Tonight on KSL Outdoors, 60,000 hunters and their families are out for this year's general season deer hunt. We're live up at Strawberry with a look at today's hunt and a forecast for the rest of the hunt. KSL Outdoors, live from deer camp, starts right now.
KSL Outdoors with Adam Eakle is brought to you by your local Ford stores.
Hey, welcome to KSL Outdoors. I'm Adam Eakle, and welcome to our 2018 deer camp. Look who we found. It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while. I had a baby.
Tanya Kiefer with the Division of Wildlife Resources moved to Vernal, had a baby, got married. Not in that order.
Life changes. Major life changes.
We drug her out here for deer camp, and what a great camp we had. We came out here with our favorite family, the Phillips family from Strawberry Bay Marina.
Favorite family, right below us here, and it's been quite a hunt so far.
It really has. We had some really good success this year, this morning, and old Cameron here. Where's your old man?
He's a chicken. He doesn't like to be on TV, so
baloney.
he went to go find Tanya's buck and see if he could get somebody to shoot it for her.
That's a lie, people.
Hey, we had a good hunt this morning, and I noticed you brought some pictures. Let's show our viewers here. This is who?
This is my grandpa and my cousin. So this was just a kind of a wrap-up deer camp. This is what hunting tradition is all about. Pictures from the 1970s, 80s, 90s, 2000. My grandpa was a diehard hunter, and this is something that I lived to do and he lived to do. So
Sure.
Just like everybody that's sitting around the campfire tonight, hopefully watching the show from their fancy RVs,
Right.
It's a tradition. People need to carry it on, and we lose our tradition every year.
And that's why we talked to the Phillips family into letting us come up here and to do deer camp, because it is a tradition. And I think everybody, for the most part, despite the weather, had a pretty good hunt this morning. Well, we can't go hunting without Tanya having her Jimmy Dean sandwich.
No, we can't. I'm hangry in the morning, and I need my food.
How was the general RV mobile here? It was pretty sweet, wasn't it?
The mobile was fabulous. It wasn't 32 degrees in here. At least I felt like it was when we started.
It was awesome.
It was, there's conveniences here.
Okay, so Jake and Tanya are headed out to go hunting. You're going to kill the first nice buck you see. I'm headed out with Cameron Phillips, Strawberry Bay Marina. He's looking for a giant. Hunters in the Strawberry Valley were greeted with a beautiful look of Strawberry Reservoir this morning, although it was a brisk 18 degrees. Cameron has grabbed his dock hand from Strawberry Bay Marina. They're looking for a 4-point they spotted a couple days earlier, only to find hunters on every ridge.
It's the great chase for the trophy 2-point.
Sorry, Joe, back to the docks, I guess it is. Cameron and I are off to another spot. Let's see how Tanya's doing.
I got $2. I don't even know how big they are. I'm just super excited.
Well, we've got these people here that I think they're about to try to shoot this deer across the canyon, and we don't want to bug it for them. They got here first, so they'll get the chance first.
There's a few bucks we've been watching this morning, and then saw those two go up and decided me and my brother would get them both. Nice. So, yeah, that's fine.
Clean shot.
Yeah, yep. Mine didn't go anywhere, and his took maybe 1 or 2 steps, and makes it easy for us because they're within spitting distance of each other. So, yeah, makes it nice.
So now the hard work begins.
Yeah, not for me. I get to stay back with the kids. They get to hike in.
Sounds like Jake and Tanya are into some deer, but sounds like someone else beat them to it. If we had her here, she could have shot at these bucks.
We're looking at a face. There's a buck over there. He's a nice little buck, and somebody just shot him.
I think it was someone with your dad.
Yeah. He always seems to be in the right spot at the wrong time.
Turns out it was Cameron's cousin Brent who shot the buck, and it was not quite what he expected.
That's a lot of ground shrinkage right there. Paul says there's a good one behind the tree, shoot that deer. I couldn't see it, but then I finally saw him. He lifted his head and he looked good. Yeah. I was looking from him from behind. He looked better than what he looks now.
He's a jerky buck.
Yeah.
Hey, he's close to the road.
Dead is dead.
With Brent's buck tagged, bagged, and in the truck, Cameron and I hit the road. And who do we run into? His uncle John Phillips and John's son Tanner has bagged another buck.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
You earned dinner tonight, Tanner.
Jerky. Tanner's like, oh, that's big enough for me. I'm gonna take him. Okay, well, let's watch it. So he steps out and he just pounds him. One shot.
Pretty fun dad moment.
Oh, great dad moment. We had a blast. It was so much fun. Cold, crisp, perfect deer morning. Perfect.
Hey, if you've never been up to Strawberry Bay Marina, you need to get up here and visit the guys. They are wholesome, neat, fun people. They also guide elk hunters.
Yes.
And John, Tanner's he's an elk guide in the making.
Oh yeah, he's watched me do that for quite a few years now, growing up, and it's spilled over to his own hunting. So yeah, so he's gonna be, I think he's gonna like that.
Yeah.
Guiding elk.
The Phillips crew, Tanya, these guys are some hunting fools.
Yeah, I'd like to say that they haven't showed me up this morning.
Yeah,
but
that's good job, Tanner.
Here, I saw him
Nice
just
job,
after
dude.
they shot this guy, and I'm telling you, Dad had a smile that could have broken windows.
Right?
It was
He had from grinning from ear to ear, wasn't he?
Fabulous.
That's what it's about, making some family traditions up here. And hey, guess what? We came by and parked right next to us was the Barfus family. Ryan, longtime friend of the show.
No, this is great. This is great. We come up here for seclusion, and the production of KSL comes right by us. And
we came in and said, "Can we do deer, live at deer camp?" And I don't think you guys knew exactly what was going to happen.
Oh, this is good. This is good, Mike. We've never seen this side of the camera, so this is fun.
Yeah. How's the fishing? You guys just came up to go fishing.
Yeah, I wasn't one of the lucky few to get a deer tag this year, so come up fishing, and the fishing has been great. I mean, beautiful weather. Couldn't ask for any better weather, and just nice fish, and just a good time.
Yeah. We definitely were out yesterday and had a great show. We'll actually show you that next weekend on KSL Outdoors. But yeah, the fishing up here is fantastic. Stop by and say hi to our guys at Strawberry Bay Marina. Hey, it's time now to check out this week's climate quiz question. Utah law requires hunters to wear a minimum of 400 square inches of blaze orange on their head, chest, and back during the rifle hunt. Our climate quiz question tonight is, what state was the first to require hunters to wear blaze orange? Now, once you know this state, log on to our KSL Outdoors Facebook page, give us the correct answer. We'll then randomly select and announce a winner on our page the following week. The winner set to receive a Climate Static V sleeping pad. KSL Outdoors, powered by Ford. Be right back live at Deer Camp.
KSL Outdoors is also brought to you by Smith & Edwards, Fish Tech Outfitters, Utah State Parks, Burt Brothers, Climate, King's Camo, and Camp Chef.
Welcome back to KSL Outdoors. Back here live at Deer Camp, we promised little Sammy, smile for the camera, sweetie. She'd get on TV, and there she is, Mom. What a sweetheart. Hey, Cam, you and I were talking in the truck today. The deer in this unit on the Wasatch are doing a lot better, say, than they were when you were your younger brother's age, maybe 5-10 years ago.
Yeah, the change when we went to option 2 5-6 years ago really made a difference here. I know there were some places in the state that it hurt, but this was one of the places that we noticed a big uptick.
Saved a lot of deer. I mean, I saw, how many bucks did we see this morning?
8 or 10, I think. It was a good morning. You know, I think it more than anything else, it just dispersed the hunters and made it so that our deer were getting a fair chance.
Yeah. Well, you know, and the other thing going on here at Strawberry Bay Marina, we talked a little bit about the fishing. You guys ran the Strawberry Bay Tagged Fishing Contest this year. How was it?
It was great. We had a lot of tags come in. I think we had 200 or 300. It's going to be fun. We're putting together our annual get-together here on the 27th coming up next week for those that caught a tag, and we'll award all the prizes and try and make some people happy.
Yeah, and for those that caught, I think it was a yellow tag this year.
Yeah, I think it was the blue tags were the grand prizes and yellows were the everyday prizes.
Yeah.
It might be flip-flopped, you know, I can't
remember.
Yeah,
It's like the 4th time we've done this, but for those that I think there's maybe one grand prize that wasn't caught.
Yeah, that's what I heard. I didn't stay up on it real well. I just know that there's a big old file that's like 6 inches thick full of tags. So there's going to be some happy people out there with a shot at winning something cool.
That's right. Hey, if you caught a tag, definitely get up here. And hey, and if you have a deer tag, we wanted to give you a look with Covey Jones on this year's kind of a forecast of the hunt.
It could be a good hunt, a lot of harvest.
Covey Jones, the big game coordinator for the Utah DWR, expects a good hunt despite the drought conditions that we've experienced this year.
This summer we've had some pretty severe drought conditions, especially across the eastern portion of the state. So I'd say that I expect to find fewer large antlered bucks in the landscape. Antler growth is a secondary growth characteristic, and so after an animal meets all its nutritional needs, that's when it starts to put the mass on for the antlers. And so at times of stress, dietary stress, you can see those animals will be a little bit smaller. Overall, deer populations are up. We're down a little bit from a high. The hunting season 2016 was our high in recent times, down a tiny bit, but still a lot of bucks on the landscape. Should be a great hunt.
Covey expects those that are also out this year should see fewer hunters afield, mostly because some hunters have already had their hunts.
Yeah, in 7 of the units, we introduced an early season hunt. What we found is that everybody wants to hunt, everybody wants a permit, and everybody wants to hunt alone and not feel that the crowding issues. So we had several units where we were exceeding or meeting our buck-doe ratios and had a hard time increasing permits because of the crowding issues. So we split out the hunt on 7 units. We added an early season rifle and took 20% of the permits and put it in that. And so it should reduce some of those crowding issues.
On those 7 units?
On those 7 units. Should be exciting.
On your way home, you might pass a check station. If you do, Covey asks that you stop and get your deer checked.
If you get a chance, stop, talk to a biologist, let him know how your hunt was, and get a sample taken. The data that we collected at those check stations, especially the chronic wasting disease data, really helps us manage these populations.
Along with stopping at a check station, stop and check your gun. According to conservation officers I've talked to, one of the most common laws hunters break is keeping their guns loaded in their vehicles.
Unload the guns, wear your orange, unload your guns in the vehicle, or even if you're on a four-wheeler, you can't have your gun loaded while you're on a four-wheeler in a vehicle. I mean, I hope everybody does that. I hope everybody's safe, they go out, they have a good time, and hopefully we have a lot of harvest. We've got bucks out there, we've got the populations to do it, so good luck.
Yeah, it really, you know, Covey's saying the population is good. We saw it today. You and I we got to get out of the truck and go hiking.
We have to go hiking, and I think it's also time to check out Mickey's Fish Tech fishing report.
We do. Let's check out that fishing report.
Can you see this? Well, neither can I. But if you're going to go dry fly fishing this time of year, you have to fish stuff this teeny, unless you can find a few of these. Hi, I'm Mick Anderson from Fish Tech with this week's October Catice fishing report. Hey, there's a tiny mayfly hatch that's going on right now, and you do have to have these little teeny flies, both in the adults and the nymphs. But if you get lucky and you find some of these, especially this great big October Catice, these are a lot of fun to fish. Where I find them is mostly above reservoirs. The adult has kind of an orange tint, and you want your adult pattern to have that same orange tint to it. The one that's kind of overlooked is the fall Catice, and these are a lot more common, and they're almost as big. For those, you're going to use kind of a ginger-colored adult and a ginger-colored nymph. For the big October Catice, the orange nymph. Now, the key in fishing the nymphs is when you get to the end of your drift, give it a lift and hold it for a minute. You'll be surprised how many times the fish will grab it right there. Hey, for these tips and a whole lot more, come on down to Fish Tech and we'll help you out. And now for tonight's fishing line.
Welcome back to KSL Outdoors. Back here at Deer Camp in Tanya, we had awesome accommodations last night. We were in the General RV Outdoor Adventure Mobile. That was pretty slick.
It was slick, and it was 19 degrees this morning, so I was quite thankful for this RV.
Nice.
Yeah, we were able to put on our clothes and not freeze to death.
Yeah. Hey, last night you cooked us dinner in the, I love this, by the way. This is the Camp Chef.
Camp Chef Pizza Oven.
Pizza Oven. It's slick. And by the way, if you're looking at this, right here, this is our new giveaway. It's the Camp Chef Versatop Grill. This grill and griddle will be the new Snapshot giveaway. But anyway, here, look at this, Jared. Tanya cooked for us last night That is our pizza.
It was an honest mistake.
The dog wouldn't even eat it.
Honest mistake. I was reading Celsius instead of Fahrenheit.
It was terrible.
About 600 degrees later, and this is what happens.
We brought our buddy Chris Jacobson with Smith & Edwards, and Chris, you went all out here.
A little bit, yeah. We have a lot to eat, and I'm hoping I didn't burn it like that. But no, we did. We got pork sirloin. We have baked potato.
Let's check it out.
We got,
what do you got here?
Pork sirloin searing in here.
Nice.
We cooked the pork sirloin on the smoker, the Pursuit smoker. This is brand new by Camp Chef.
This is brand new. So this,
brand new.
Yeah, everybody sees their Camp Chef pellet grills that they have for the backyard. This is something that you actually take in the mountains like we've done today.
Yeah, you take it in the mountains, take it camping, take it tailgating if you're going to the Utes game, you know, whatever. Or BYU, I guess, if you want to go to the BYU game. But
hey, we got some Aggie fans here, too.
We do have Aggie fans. But, yeah, you can take this anywhere. It folds up really nice. Put it in the carry bag. Take it wherever you want to go.
You guys just got these in at Smith & Edwards?
Just this week. I mean, like yesterday.
Yeah.
So we'll have them in Ogden. They'll be next week in West Jordan, but they'll be there.
Pretty slick. And you guys actually have a pretty slick Camp Chef pellet grill, we'll say, offer coming up for Black Friday.
We do. We have a great offer for Black Friday. I can't tell you what it is. It's got something to do with a smoker. It's going to be a great price. It'll be really fun.
$165 worth of savings. So get down there and check it out. Hey, 2 locations, don't forget. Ogden, far west, that is, and West Jordan. What else we got here, Chris? I know this smells awesome.
This is my wife's doing. This is an apple crisp in the Dutch oven. This is probably my favorite part. I can't wait for it.
I can't either. You've made a ton here, and I think we've got at least, what, food for 20 here?
Oh, food for 20. That's Deer Camp's all about, though. You come, you have fun with family, you eat well, and you know, Camp Chef makes that happen really well. And you know, Smith & Edwards has all the Camp Chef stuff you need. So
I would say Smith & Edwards probably has the best Camp Chef selection in the state.
I think so. I'm kind of partial, but I really do. I think we got. If we don't have it, we can probably at least get it for you. So, you know, I guess that's Smith & Edwards' motto. If we don't have it, we can't find it. So, but no, we got a great selection. You know, from everything from Dutch ovens to all of it. So,
yeah. Come on down and visit our friends over at Smith & Edwards again in West Jordan and Far West. Hey, let's check out this week's Now, our Utah Field Guide.
Pelican Lake in northeastern Utah is closed to the public until October 31st as crews with the Utah Division of Wildlife Resources rid the lake of carp. Pelican Lake was once a banner bluegill destination, but the influx of carp in 2008 basically doomed the fishery. So earlier this month, the Division of Wildlife Resources reset Pelican Lake with a rotenone treatment. Rotenone is a natural substance that comes from the roots of a tropical plant and is poisonous to fish, but does not pose a risk to people, pets, or wildlife. Removing the carp will improve water clarity and start the process of restoring the fishery. By the end of October, the rotenone will have completely dissipated. Once the lake starts to rise, biologists will begin restocking the lake with bluegill and then largemouth bass. Luckily, biologists have been holding large bass and healthy bluegill they saved from Steinerker Reservoir. Biologists say it will take a few years for the fish in the lake to grow to a catchable size, but they say the wait will be worth it in the end.
Boy, look at these Phillips people, man. They're hungry.
I'm hungry. I don't know about you.
Hey, we needed some fat on our bones this morning. It was cold.
It was 13 at the coldest point, so eating all of this delicious food right now is really going to help out for tomorrow's hunt.
Yeah, hey, let's check out that recreation forecast for the rest of the deer hunt by turning it over to Kevin in the weather department. Welcome back to Deer Camp. Look at that spread. Chris from Smith & Edwards, that is slick, isn't it?
It is amazing. It's making me so hungry.
Hey, don't forget, when you submit snapshots to our Snapshot Contest, you win a prize each week, and you also have a chance to win a Camp Chef pellet grill every quarter. This is going to be our new weekly giveaway. It's the Camp Chef Versatop grill. Now, it doesn't come with the pizza oven, but it does come with the grill. So make sure to submit those. Yeah, or burnt pizza. Make sure to submit those pictures, and you too could win this great prize. Let's check out this week's Snapshot of the Week.
We kick it off with a second chance for Jeff. Jeff drew a Deseret CWMU buck tag last year, but had to return it due to health reasons. Jeff had a double lung transplant in December and wanted another shot. This year, he drew the same tag, and with his 2 sons and oldest grandson by his side, Jeff shot his biggest buck to date. Lindsay shot her first deer a few weeks ago, and she did it 36 weeks pregnant. The Jensens say the buck may not be big, but the smile on Lindsay's face sure is. Kate has been looking forward to her first deer hunt for quite some time. Opening morning of the early rifle hunt down on the Zion unit, Kate spotted this nice buck, put a nice stock on him, and shot it with Grandpa's .270 Winchester, a day Kate will always remember. Riley got her very first buck on her first hunt, and just after her first hour with her first shot. Riley shot a bigger buck than her dad, grandpa, and her uncle. She was pretty darn proud and can't wait for next year. And finally, our winner tonight took advantage of the DWR's mentoring program. Connor Larson was able to harvest his first big game animal thanks to his great-grandpa Gene, who mentored him on his Utah pronghorn hunt. 3 generations had a great hunt with some memories that will surely last them a lifetime. Way to go, Connor. Here's something to help cook up those backstraps, our cool prize for having the Snapshot of the Week. Remember, submit your pictures or video plus an explanation of your latest outdoor adventures online at ksltv.com. The winner each week wins a Camp Chef Versatop grill and griddle. Small in size, large in cooking capacity, and perfect for those on the go. Plus, the winner is also entered into our Ford Trucks quarterly Facebook giveaway for a Camp Chef pellet grill.
From the backcountry to your back patio, Camp Chef, the way to cook outdoors.
From our family to yours, have a good hunt.